Okay, so hopefully you've had the opportunity to review the partnership lecture. Um, and I want to now talk about duty of loyalty, fiduciary duty. And we're going to use the case Meinhard versus Salmon. All right, Meinhard versus Salmon. Um, and we're in a familiar place here. So this is the Court of Appeals, New York, in the 1920s. So if that sounds familiar, it should, because this is the same court that we got Palsgraf versus Long Island Railroad, right? Because if we look down, Justice Benjamin Cardozo is the author of this opinion, right? And you may remember that name from Palsgraf versus Long Island Railroad, and also the Jacobson Young versus Kent case, the pipe, the George Kent who wanted the pipe of reading manufacture. So I referenced the New York State Court as very influential in landmark cases, and that's absolutely true. Okay, so let's talk about Meinhard versus Salmon. All right. Now, Meinhard and Salmon, they're partners. The facts reference a joint venture. When we hear the word joint venture, think partnership, because joint venture is a partnership just for a limited purpose. So joint ventures usually are limited in duration, i.e. a time period, or they are formed for a particular purpose. Joint ventures are commonly used to invest in racehorses, if you will. If you're a Kentucky Derby fan, many of the horses running on race day are actually joint ventures where people have invested in a particular horse, and if the horse wins, they will get a return on their investment. So that's one use of the joint venture. This particular joint venture between Walter Salmon and Morton Meinhard, they formed it. They leased a hotel for 20 years, and then did some renovations and collected the revenue for that time period. And that was the partnership. All right. Now, 4 months before the expiration of the 20-year lease, so the lease was almost over, the building owner approaches one of the partners, approaches Walter Salmon, all right, who's a defendant in this case, and basically agrees to a different use of the same facility. They're going to tear down the building and build something bigger and better. All right, and Walter Salmon agrees without ever discussing it with Morton Meinhard. All right, and so Morton sues Walter because he didn't have the conversation with him. They didn't discuss the business opportunity with his partner, because there was still time on the joint venture. There was still 4 months. If he wanted to do this, he could have done it at the expiration of the joint venture, but he didn't. And not waiting ends up costing Salmon in this case. So Cardozo basically says that Walter breached his fiduciary duty of loyalty by failing to present the opportunity to the partnership, i.e. his partner, Meinhard, Morton Meinhard, and instead taking the opportunity for his own financial gain, right? You can't do that. So when you're in a partner, you have to present all business opportunities to your partner, and the partnership can decide whether they want to take advantage or not. that didn't happen in this case. And so Meinhard wins the case. Salmon breached his duty of loyalty. All right. So that's how the duty of loyalty works.